Hello, my name is Roland. Today I want to talk about suicide. Suicide is never the answer. Getting help is the answer. Suicide is never the answer. Now, let's talk about that for just a moment. You know, Robin Williams just apparently did away with himself. And what is going on? Well, let's put it this way. When we're resentful, when we're in some kind of an emotional state of mind, we become subject to um, unseen forces, malevolent forces, negative forces. And often they talk to us in our mind, sometimes with words, sometimes just a pressure, or they put an idea in our mind. And most of the time it's something negative. They'll say, people hear voices, and then voices say, you're no good, God hates you, everybody hates you, you're ugly, the world would be better off without you, why don't you just do away with yourself? Things like that. It's always negative. And why is it that these forces, or the devil, who's behind it all, why is it that he would want a person to do away with himself or herself? Why? Why? Well, obviously he hates people. But the reason is he wants to claim people. You see, when we die, we drop the body and we step across to the other side, if you will. We step across to eternity. Our soul, which doesn't die, our soul is a spirit. It it moves across, and it moves across to the same um, state to which it had just been. In other words, whatever influences are upon you, whatever place you're at spiritually, when you die, that's where you end up on the other side. So suicide is definitely a terrible, 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 terrible idea. It's the killing of oneself and then stepping across to the very forces that had enticed a person to do it. The very ones that want to kill you are the ones that are on the other side there to meet you. So it's not a good idea. Better to get help. There's so many wonderful, wonderful sources. 911, um, local crisis lines, suicide prevention, suicide hotlines, the Befrienders organization around the world. They are there to help you. People are standing by to help you. You're not alone. People are standing by to help you. They know how to help you get over your crisis. Then when you're over your crisis, then the birds will be singing again and life will seem so much better. Get help immediately. Get help from these people. They know what they're doing. Some of them have been there themselves. They want to help you. They're standing by to help you. Hello, this is Roland. Today I want to talk about dealing with negative thoughts, even suicidal thoughts, which are very negative thoughts. A lot of people have negative thoughts. In fact, we all do. Um, but they can become very strong and compelling. And so I'd like to talk about how to deal with them. First of all, why do they get in? Why do those negative thoughts get in? It begins with anger. When you were a little child and a young, teenager, especially, but it begins when you're a little child. You became angry and resentful toward people who were unfair, especially parents, your dad, your mom, other people who were unfair, who were cruel, who teased you, who weren't there for you, who didn't have love and understanding. You became angry, very, very angry at people. And as years went by, you became angry and angrier. Well, the anger is what permits that those negative thoughts to get in. The negative force, the negative, whatever you want to call it, it's faceless. You can't taste it, touch it, or smell it, but it gets inside, and then it talks to you from within. It gets inside, and for a long time you may think it's you're thinking, but then it can become quite very negative thoughts, like doing away with yourself, throwing in the towel, thoughts that God hates you and everybody hates you and you're no good, and blah 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 blah. It's always the same, but it's very disturbing when you have those kind of thoughts. How to deal with them? Okay, first of all, you must learn to forgive other people, which means dropping resentment. You must learn to let go of resentment toward other people. Resentment and then anger. Let go of resentment. And it'll be easy to do so when you begin to see that other people didn't hurt you on purpose. They too were compelled. No one had love for them. It got inside of them and drove them and compelled them. And then they did to you what was done to them. They turned around and did to you what was done to them. Okay? The other thing about dealing with these negative thoughts, so letting go of the anger and the resentment, that's what feeds the thoughts, okay? It thrives on them. Those emotions nurture. That's why you must learn to let go of resentment and anger. And the other thing, you need to learn how to stand back from those thoughts so you can observe them. They're not your thoughts. If they were your thoughts, you could control them at will. But there they are. You must learn to stand back and observe them. Don't believe them. Don't disbelieve them. Don't argue with them. Don't have anything to do with them at all. Just stand back and stare at them. Gaze at them. Okay? Distance yourself from them. You're the thinker. They're the thoughts. You're the observer of the thoughts. You are not the thoughts. Okay? Stand back and observe them. I have a special meditation, or several actually. They're all good. They help you to do that. In fact, I have a 5-minute free meditation, which is very good. Also a meditation for mental clarity. Either of those are free. They will help you, teach you how to stand back from those thoughts. You maybe need a little help in standing back, okay? Let go of anger and resentment. Stand back from the thoughts. Just observe them. Let them pass, okay? My name is Roland. This is Roland. I want to talk again a little bit more about dealing with negative thoughts. You see, negative thoughts get in from outside. And once they're inside, they masquerade as your very own thinking. And they're always misleading you, tempting you to make the wrong moves, to make the wrong decisions, to go with the wrong people. They attract you to all the wrong things, you see? And then they also are very negative in that they will eventually begin to attack you, to try to scare you, to frighten you, to intimidate you, see? And ultimately, because we're dealing with evil, with a malevolent force, it wants you to do away with yourself, okay? See, God wants to save you. The devil wants to kill you. That's basically what it boils down to. And so how does the devil get to us? He mainly gets to, well, first of all, through injustice. See, he is in other people. See, the wrong ideas, the negative ideas, all the wrong way of doing everything is in other people, egging them on, goading them on, misleading them, okay, making them angry and full of rage and full of upset, okay, and then they turn around and they do to you what was done to them. They were pressured, they pressure you. They were teased, they tease you. They're goaded from within, they turn around and then take it out on you. See, especially when you were a little kid. See how that works? So you must see that they too were driven, compelled. They too, see, they couldn't help themselves. But you can, okay? Because now you see what's going on. I'm explaining it to you. You see that they're not your thoughts. So you don't have to follow them. Just observe them. Just observe all the tricks that they play, all the confusion that they bring forth and all the negative things that they say. Just observe it all, let it go in one ear and out the other. Okay? And don't feed them. Especially it's anger, like I said in my other little video, it's anger and resentment that feeds them. So, learn to forgive other people. In other words, don't resent other people. Don't resent your mom, your dad, your older brother, people who did things to you. Don't resent people now who don't have understanding or who tease you or who are cruel or who are like the mother you hated or like the father you hated, see, or like the boyfriend you hated. Just let it all go. Don't resent them. See that they too are lost sheep, can't help themselves. Okay? Let go of the resentment and the anger. Okay? See, anger and the resentment, especially, that feeds those negative thoughts. So let go of the anger and resentment. And then get my meditation. Get one of my meditations. They're all good. The classic 4-part meditation is good. The 5-minute prayer meditation for stress is good. The meditation for PTSD is good. The meditation for anger management is good. See? They're all good. Just start with one of them. Start with the free one. Or the meditation for mental clarity. You can also get some of my books. I've written some excellent books. For example, here's my book, Helping and Healing the Inner You. I talk about the subconscious mind and about negative thoughts and how to regain control and how to let go of resentment, how to forgive other people. See, I talk about all of those things in this nice book here. So I have several books. You could get one of those, okay? The main thing I think that would be very helpful to you is the meditation, my explanation that I've just given you, and then the meditation, because it's a little tool, it's a little technology, a little mindfulness meditation that helps you to stand back from those negative thoughts and observe them until they go away. Okay? And they won't have power over you. They don't have power over you. The only power they have is the power you give them by becoming upset with them and reacting to them and resenting people. Okay? And while you're at it, don't resent yourself. See, a lot of people, what we do is we turn the anger on ourselves. We turn the anger inward. That's how unhappiness and depression and so on also come into play, because we turn the anger on ourselves. So let go of anger. Let go of the anger. My name is Roland.